future. She just wanna realize the future, realize the future, realize the future. I'm gonna realize the future, realize the future, realize the future. She just wanna realize the future, realize the future.
How's it going, people? It's Devon once again, bringing you another daily dose of insight and motivation. And today, kings and queens, let's talk about the law of gestation. Okay, gestation. So if you haven't seen my video, Time the Imagination, go watch that one right now. Take a few minutes before you watch this. But now we're gonna dive right into it. The law of gestation, right? Okay, so what is gestation, right? We need to first talk about and define gestation, right? And it's simply the period of time that an object takes before it comes out into this physical reality. Okay, the baby takes 9 months to gestate in the womb before the baby is born, right? Whatever seed you plant takes a certain gestation period, right, in the ground before it pops up and before it produces fruit, right? We're talking about the time it takes for something, an object, and in this case we're talking about your desires, we're talking about your visions, we're talking about the things that you would like to manifest, a period of time that it needs to gestate before it appears into your physical reality. And why is this so important? Okay, see, in Time of the Imagination, we talked about how a lot of people are so used to this, instantaneous world that we live in nowadays, that we think that the universe responds and acts in the same way. We believe that just as fast as our thoughts, are, that we should be able to experience our manifestations in the same amount of time, in the same speed. But someone commented on that video, and it was such a great comment because it made me think of this. It said, think about it in these terms. Imagine a negative experience or something that would drastically change your lifestyle, something that you really don't want to happen, right? And what if the universe granted you that right away, as instantly as you thought about it? Boom, it hit you. Now you are sad, you mad, right? That would suck, right? So the universe has your back. The universe understands that we have not gotten to a level of consciousness where we are specifically focused on the things that we want to be, the things that we want to do, and the things that we want to have. A lot of times, and actually it's about 70% of the time, scientists have now gotten to the point where we understand that 70% of our thoughts are actually negative thoughts. 70% of the things we think about are actually things that we do not want to experience. So if 70% of your thoughts are negative, things you don't want to experience, why would you want to have 70% of your life experience reflect 70% of things that you don't want, 70% of things that you don't want to experience, right? So that's why we start to learn some of these things. We start to raise ourselves to a higher level of consciousness where we can understand that we need to focus our thoughts more positively so that we can experience more positive events, circumstances, people, whatever it is in our life experience. If you want to be a master manifestor, a master creator, you want to, drive the ship of your life in the direction that you choose, you got to start using this thing up here, and you got to start training it to be more positive, right? And so going along with that theme, let's talk about the bamboo tree, right? You've heard this story that the bamboo tree takes, how long is it? 5 years before, it reaches its growth spurt, right? And the question is always asked, did the bamboo tree, grow to this height in 6 months, or did it take 5 years, right? So let me tell you about the bamboo tree, right? If you stop watering the bamboo tree, if the bamboo tree stops getting the required amount of sunlight, right, the bamboo tree will not grow, okay? The bamboo tree will not sprout, right? And it takes 5 consistent years of you watering, cultivating these seeds before they produce the bamboo tree. 5 years, right? Now think about your vision, think about your manifestation, think about the things that you want to experience, the lifestyle that you want to live. Are you willing to cultivate it for 5 years? Ask yourself that question, right? And it's crazy because after these 5 years, what happens is in 6 months, the bamboo tree grows up to 60 feet. From nothing, from not even, seeing if it's, above ground, because you can't pull it up, you can't dig it up, right? You're going to start that 5-year process all over again. But in 6 months, it grows 60 feet. That's amazing. See, the way I like to think about it is, if you have a vision, if you have something that you desire, something that you would like to manifest, and it hasn't happened yet, it's in a period of gestation. It is in a period where it needs cultivation. It needs sunlight. It needs watering. It needs to have attention so that it can grow. And then all of a sudden, when you least expect it, boom, 60 feet. That's amazing, right? That's that lifestyle that you want to live. That's the career that you want to be in. That's the successful business that you're visualizing. That's the car that you want to drive. That's the $1 million home that you want to live in. That's traveling all across the world. That's being financially free. That's, winning mega millions in the lottery. There's a gestation period, but if you can just keep the faith, and, if you are familiar with this material, if you're learning it just for the first time, you need to understand that it is in God's pleasure. It is in the universe's pleasure to give you everything that you desire, right? Creation has already been finished. Creation has been done. So when you come to a point where you desire something, what I want to let you know is that the reason that you are being given that desire is because it is in your power. It is in your ability to make that desire, that vision, become a reality. It is in your power. So you should already know that, I have a desire. I desire X, Y, and Z. Okay, if I desire it, then that means that God wants to give it to me. He wants to put it in my life so I can physically experience it. I can physically enjoy it and share it with others. And now, is that not powerful? And if you can, secure that belief in your mind that everything that you desire, everything that you vision is actually on its way to you and it's ready for you, and you just need to open yourself up to receive it, right? If you're ready to receive it, comment down below and say, I'm ready to receive my blessing. I'm ready to receive my vision. I'm ready to receive my desires. Watch what happens in the next few days, weeks. You will start to get signs and synchronicities that God is just trying to deliver to you. It's on a plate already. He's just like, here, take it. Take the blessing, baby. Woo! Let's talk about it, man. It's the law of gestation, man. Just hold fast to your desires. Hold fast, to your faith, to your belief that everything that you have put out into the universe, everything that you have spoken is on its way, right? It has not failed you, and it will never fail you until you fail yourself, right? And if you believe in that, then you can just, have that release. Take that deep breath, sigh, and just release all this resistance. And know that you got it, man. It's yours. It's on its way to you as long as you just keep cultivating it and stay in a position, stay in a state of positive or joyful expectation, right? Have this joy that you like, ooh, I'm getting that car. Ooh, I'm getting that house. Ooh, my career is about to take off. Ooh, my business is about to pop, Stay in that joyful expectation. I guarantee you it will happen for you. As I always say, continue to realize where you are now. Realize where you have been, and now realize the future. Woo! Let's get it. Come on. It's 2020, man. Claim your vision.